To prepare the pak choy or bok choy, we'll first need to remove the individual leaves and rinse them individually because it'll be very difficult to remove all this dirt once we've chopped it into fine pieces. So I'm going to separate each leaf. As you can see there's lots of dirt. Cut this piece. We'll try planting this and then I'll rinse. Next we'll drain and then chop. Chopping took less than a minute. Next, chop 2 plum tomatoes. Whoops. Next, chop 2 plum tomatoes. Half an onion and hot pepper to taste. Mince 6 cloves of garlic. Mince 6 cloves of garlic or to taste. 4 tablespoons of green seasoning, link to this green seasoning below. In this green seasoning mix I use culantro, garlic, hot pepper. Also 1.5 cups of coconut milk or coconut powder. I don't use coconut powder because I haven't been able to find a brand without chemicals and preservatives. If you know of a brand, let me know in the comment section below. Also 1 pound of shrimp, peeled, deveined, rinsed and drained. Season the shrimp with salt. I'll start at 1 teaspoon and ½ teaspoon black pepper. And the green seasoning, about 4 tablespoons. And give it a mix. The shrimp is still a little frozen. It should defrost by the time you're ready to cook. Marinate for a minimum of 30 minutes. Place a heavy bottom pot over high heat. Bring it to temperature. Next I'll add the oil. Add enough to cover the bottom of the pot. I'm not sure what's happening there. Add the onion and hot pepper. And we'll cook until it becomes translucent. About 2 minutes. Next I'll add in the tomato, followed by the garlic. Whoops. Give it a stir. Reduce the heat to medium and we'll cook for about 2 minutes. Next I'll add the whites of the bok choy and some green. It's impossible to not add some green in there. Give it a stir. Heat is still on medium. This will start releasing its liquid very soon. I'm going to season with a little bit of salt, ½ teaspoon of salt. I'm going to raise the heat to high because I don't want too much liquid accumulating. Shrimp doesn't take too long, neither does bok choy. I'm going to stir in the coconut milk right now because We're not using coconut cream, and this needs to cook to develop the flavor. If you're using coconut milk, or coconut powder, you can add it later on. Give it a stir. Smells amazing already. The heat is on high. I'm going to cook that down. Once we add that shrimp and the green part of the bok choy, it's going to be extremely delicious. You want this to come to a boil very quickly. I've covered the pot to expedite the bubbling up and to hasten the cooking process. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of thyme leaves. Return the cover and allow it to cook. It's been cooking for about 9 minutes. I'm adding some scallion. Never have too much flavor. Stir. It's bubbling nicely. The whites have become translucent and they appear to have surrendered to the heat. So now I'll add in the green. The green is being added. Give it a stir. Once that wilts, we'll add the shrimp. Alright, stir that. Don't add any additional salt yet because remember we seasoned the shrimp with salt. And now we'll add the shrimp. Add the shrimp. Oops. With all the seasonings. Yummy. Give it a stir. Make sure the heat is on high. Shrimp will release a lot of its juices. We don't want this to be too watery. And we'll stir it up to meld all those flavors, combine. Mix it really well. Don't worry, we'll taste in just a second. Let this shrimp cook a bit. Set the timer for another 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set the timer for 5 minutes, please.
5 minutes starting now.
And we'll see what's happening after 5 minutes. This has to come to a roll and boil. We're going to start a bowl with a little bit of coconut milk. I used a little more than half can. I will leave the link to the specific brand on the blog. This is the best brand I've found so far, with no chemicals and preservatives. We cook very healthy on this channel most of the time. I'm covering again to expedite the bubbling up process, and then we'll remove the cover. We don't want the bok choy or the patchoi to overcook, nor do we want the shrimp to be overcooked and chewy and rubbery. So knowing when to take it off the heat is key. The cover is off, the heat is on high. We want most of this liquid to evaporate and very quickly. I think I'm going to move it to my higher burner. Now is also a good time to taste for salt. Oh yes, so yummy. So yummy. I think I'm going to add a little extra bit of salt. And that 5-minute timer is up. Stop, stop. How do you stop this? OMG. 2 more minutes and we'll be done. Absolutely amazing. Lovely sauce to dip with sada roti, dosti roti, paratha roti, or even dal puri. Could enjoy this for a quick lunch with rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice. Absolutely perfect. If you give this one a try, I'll let the sauce thicken up a little bit and then it'll be done. Yum. And don't worry, that sauce will thicken up as it cools. It's so delicious, I could drink it like a soup. All natural recipes, clean eating. Good night, little friend.